Alright, this is your IELTS speaking exam where examiner number is 7981 and the candidate number is 5437. What is your full name, please?
My full name is Abdullah Abdurrahman. Please, you can call me by my first name, Abdullah.
Abdullah. Can I see your ID card?
Yes, sure. Here it is.
Where are you from?
Basically, I am from Sialkot, but today I had to come in Islamabad for attesting my documents, intermediate and matric degrees.
Right. Do you work or study?
Actually, I have completed my FSC pre-medical, but nowadays I am looking forward a part-time job. But my parents do not allow me to get a job because they want that I should need to go abroad for higher education.
Right. Do you think like nowadays people like tea and coffee?
Without a doubt, people are more conscious about tea and coffee, but I would talk about both. In rural areas, people are more to drink tea because they are very keen and they always prefer to tea over the coffee. However, in cities, people are almost very keen to eat coffee because they can simply make it. They can simply make it through machines, and that's why they are
Right.
like it.
Okay. Do you prefer to use tea or coffee for the guest?
Actually, I belong to a countryside area, so I definitely prefer to serve a tea to tea, especially when my guest and even my maternal uncle come my home.
Right. Okay. When was the last time you had a cup of coffee or tea?
Yesterday, when I was about to come in Islamabad, actually I did not like tea, but my father penalized me and talk and they and he penalized me because I did not want to take a tea and because it was quite unsafe for my health whenever I drank it, and my weight was increasing day by day.
Right. Do you usually buy your coffee in a coffee shop?
No, no, it's not my cup of tea. I usually make it at my home easily, and I take some milk from fridge, and also I want to add some 2 spoon sugars in the tea, and I can easily make it at my home. And I do not want to go anywhere for taking it.
Right. Moving towards skill card, where a question will be given to you and you're supposed to prepare the topic within a minute and then you talk on the topic for 2 minutes. Question is, describe a uniform you wear at your school, company, or you wore at school. When you wear it, who bought it for you? What does it look like? How you feel about it? If you want to make some points for yourself, your turn. You want to start?
Yes, of
You
course.
can.
Last couple of years ago, when I was studied at Punjab group of colleges, but I did not want to wear a uniform, but I had to wear it because they made some strict rules. If someone who did not wear a uniform, they would punish him and even left him or her at their college. And moreover, my father advised me to wear a uniform because I did not like it, and he was always care about me, especially regarding about my study as well as future career. And he always shared some advice about uniform. If you did not wear uniform, you would not become a topper at your class, because uniform was the key of success. And also, if you did not wear it, and then other class and your other class members would top your country. And whenever I wore it, and my looks were quite amazing, and even though my classmates were quite surprised about me whenever I wore it. And moreover, my professor Muhammad Naeem, he was quite conscious about my study. And even though whenever I did not wear a uniform, and he gave punish me, and told me about, if you wore a uniform, you would maintain your college rules, as well as your principal would serve would give you a gift in the future. Because actually uniform actually some students were keen to wear uniform. And and the end of the period of our college, principal who always visited our classes, and those students who wore uniform, and he gave some gifts like chocolates as well as snacks. And even though sometimes he gave 500 rupees to those people, to those students, those pupils who wear a good uniform. So that's why whenever I was wearing it, my feelings were very astonishing. And my even though my class teachers were always shocked me, and they were very happy
Right.
whenever
Okay,
I
moving towards discussion part. Why should students wear uniforms?
uh, actually Actually, I as I early mentioned it, some colleges are not allowed them to come school without a uniform, because they are making some rules, and we have need to maintain these rules if we want to get a good grade in our exam. Because when we do not follow the teacher instruction, and we cannot get a success in our life. So I think students mostly prefer to wear a uniform.
Right. Why should people at work wear uniforms?
uh, Actually, I belong to a Sialkot. Sialkot is constructed on industrial areas, where people always come for looking or always come for taking a job. And mostly people are belong to a northern side of Pakistan. And some industries are required them. If you do not want to wear a uniform, and then we do not want to get you a job.
Right. What are the advantages and disadvantages of wearing a uniform?
There are many pros and cons of wearing uniform. First of all, I would talk about advantages. Initially, when they wear a uniform, they maintain the company rules and regulations, and always they show a good behavior. If they wear a uniform, you know that if they wear a uniform, and then their boss is very happy about maintaining the rules and regulations of the company. And they
Can people tell a person's personality by his or her clothes?
Yes, of course. For instance, a poor person who does not afford a good clothes, and definitely people who say that he does not a good money, and they do not prefer to him. On the other hand, those people who wear a good clothes and personality, even though you feel that mostly girls are attracted to those kinds of person who having a car and good and wearing a good clothes because they have a lot of money and occupation, and
On
that's why
what
they
occasion should people wear uniforms?
basically mostly in our country, um, mostly people are wearing a uniform during culture festivals. For instance, I belong to a Punjab, and Punjabi culture is held on every 14 February, and mostly people who wear a Punjabi traditional clothes such as shalwar kameez as well as other things to represent and
Why
shows the
should,
culture of
right. Next question. Should companies ask employees about the design of their uniforms?
uh, yes, of course, it is their responsibility to ask about them. For instance, they provide a uniform to them, but it does not look like on perfect them, and it definitely hurts their personality, and they do not like about it. So definitely, companies must be asked about their uniforms.
Can people tell someone's personality? No, sorry, this one isn't. What color would catch people's attention most?
Uh, but I think blue is one of the most beautiful colors. Actually, you know that mostly students are well educated, but they are studying government schools, and government has made a policy to wear blue uniforms. So that's why they like to wear it.
Right. Okay. Uh, if we look at the explanation, it was okay for all the questions. Yet you got 5.5. The reason I share, uh, sometimes in essay writing or in speaking, when we share more information, if it also has more mistakes, so for that reason sometimes our score can be deducted. Now for that reason, in speaking, the first point, eye contact was 60-70% eye contact. Grammar was, you understand grammar, you have command on grammar, but there were some mistakes in grammar, that sometimes when student understand grammar and make mistake, it is only because of less practice. If you will do more practice on speaking, it will be fulfilled, like it will be covered. You said to eat coffee, it is right.
Drink.
Yeah, to take coffee. Then you said a tea, two times you said a tea. For the articles usage, I recommend you to go for it. In part 3 and in part 1 and in part 2, maximum mistakes were from your article usage, a and the. For extra play, now in front of any food name, we never use article. This is a rule for and the article usage rules and omission rules. A and the can never be used in front of the game name, in front of the food name, lunch, breakfast, dinner. Now next time you will remember it. And in front of tea or any other food, you will not use it. So it will be also okay. Then your intonation was in part 3 a little bit fine. Intonation means feelings, expressions. But in part 1, that was not that much attractive. Intonations means like impressions. In each question, you should have a natural and native style of impression that should show you are talking the real situation. So it will attract examiner, and he will, by having good intonations, now your speaking is okay, but having facial light smile and little expressions, it will make speaker, the listener, more attentive towards you, and the person will give you more score. Further, and was used in cue card for 7 times. Right. Then you next word was moreover, it was also used much time. And then you said the professor name. For such a person name, when we share in the cue card, especially in uniform, we should say one of the professors, right? So these are small minor mistakes, it will cover, don't worry. Further, you said people are belong to, people are belong to, or
Belonging.
people belong to, people belong to,
Belong to simply.
like we say I belong to, we don't say I am belong to, I belong to. So people belong to. Then try to focus on the difference between then and but, where to use then and but. Like then and but will be used for the next opposite situation, and has to be used for the similar condition. And you use one word very much, a lot of the time, that was hood. Hood means like when you give a kind of like offer, a formal offer or suggestion or request, and while you were using it is in the future activity, so it must be replaced with will. You were talking about uniform or other activities, so it must have been used will. Now these are small mistakes, it is for you, you can keep it. And only simple solution, focus. When now this recording you will listen, you will understand that these are my mistakes, and next time you will not do, inshallah. But my only simple statement, your level is very good, focus on only more practice. If you do more practice, see how you improve. You can get even 6.57 easily.
Inshallah. I will share my IELTS exam. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.